Alright, welcome back. We are going to be doing another video. We are looking at Twitch League drama. Fantastic. Can't fucking wait. This has been a tasty drama for this entire fucking day, and I am here for it. I am loving it. I'm living my best life right now by looking at how people are molding over Hasan Piker and his success on Twitch, earning upwards of $200,000 a month from his Twitch subscriptions, which obviously people have extrapolated to work out that he's making $2.5 million a year. Not exactly necessarily true, because we don't know things like paid promotions, is it? Advertising deals and donations and other things like that. Hasan's position is he doesn't do many partner deals, and he doesn't do much in merch. That his main source of income is in fact Twitch subs and stuff, which is what is reflected on the Twitch statement. So we'll take that 200k as roughly accurate, but we're not going to get too upset if people start to exaggerate that. So if you're not aware, and maybe you're not aware if you don't live in the same areas of the internet that I live in, overnight the Twitch website was not just hacked, it was downloaded. The entire database of Twitch was downloaded into a torrent onto 4chan. It was about 150 gigabytes of data, and it may not be all the data yet that was accessed. It includes source code for Twitch itself. It included anti-hacking measures, which apparently weren't quite up to the task. It included things like reference to a competing game store to Steam that is maybe called Vapor. Get it? Steam, Vapor. And of interest here, it did also leak the income based on subscribers. Not subscribers, subs. Yeah, subscribers. So based on subscriber income, the ranking of basically every Twitch streamer on there. So I'm probably somewhere down the bottom with $2 a month. Number 13 on that list was Hasan Piker. Now, if you haven't heard of Hasan, he's a leftist socialist streamer. He advocates for taxing the rich. He advocates for things like workers getting better rights, more treatment, and access to more equity in the workplace. Things like Medicare for all. Like, think of a progressive leftist position. He takes a fairly rational stand on that. Like, he's not the extreme left, but he's sort of very much, comfortably in the left in terms of things like workers' rights, unions, taxation, all that sort of stuff. Massive streamer, streams about 8 hours a day, just about every day as far as I can tell. Unfortunately, it's while I'm asleep, so I don't catch his streams myself. But does a lot of React Andy shit, self-proclaimed himbo, and fucking basically tanks all the hate for leftists on Twitch, because he is the top earner at the moment. So he gets people angry at him all the time. Now, he had a earlier controversy a couple of months ago when it became public knowledge that he had bought a house for $3 million, raising the questions of how can someone advocate for socialist ideas but be wealthy? And that's what we're going to get in today on this video, so hopefully you guys stick around and enjoy it. And we're going to be talking about this through the lens of the quartering. I'm looking forward to this. We're going to get some absolute fire from this mad lad. We're going to look at responding to it, and at the end of this, we're going to sort of bring it all back, and we're going to look at the straw man. We're going to let this straw man be constructed in front of us. And once that's done, we're going to sort of pull that straw man apart, and then we're going to actually talk about what this means in terms of advocating for socialism and socialist policies versus actually having access to wealth as an individual. So what was the Quartering's take? I can't remember the Quartering's name. I knew it at one point, but out of my head. Oh, we need sound. Give me that again, because that looked really intense. Nice side eye.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering.
Jeremy. Sup, Jeremy? Wee. Let it out.
A lot of Twitch streamers are having a bad day, as what appears to be like the entire Twitch source code, including payments they've made to all of their top streamers, have leaked online.
I've already covered this, Jeremy. You got to Hasan really quick.
Socialist, not even being in the top 1%. But a humble man just